morning. Welcome, actually good afternoon. Welcome to the Crafty Toads podcast. I am Mary Beth. You can find me all over the web as Mary Beth 494.
I am Helen, and you can find me as Helen HG69.
And we are the creators behind Toad Hollow bags, and you can sometimes find us showing up as Toad Hollow NJ as well. Welcome to episode 17.3, otherwise known as What the Were They Thinking? So, I think we should deal with the elephant in the room. Yes, I have lost weight. Thank you so much for noticing. No, I haven't.
Can't notice because of your hair.
I know. Who's going to notice with, this? So, Helen and I decided to dye our hair. This is my hair now. I'm going to turn around so you can see the back.
Wait. Come back in.
Come back in this way? Okay,
Yep.
see? Yeah, I did the whole head. I was going for a slightly more pastel look. Came out a little bit more rainbow bright than expected, but I'm getting used to it.
It's calming down.
It's a look.
Yeah.
It is. Oh, look, there goes the dogs.
Squirrel.
So, go ahead.
I went with more of a mermaidy look.
Oh my God, it looks so pretty in the back. Really, really pretty.
I kept my dark base.
Yeah.
And
I think next time I may keep
every
the slightly
color
darker base too.
in the sun. But I love mine.
I know, it looks great. Really good.
Especially when I turn like this and the pink, or the other way. Whatever way. When the green shows. So.
Yeah, no, it's very, very cool.
No.
A friend of ours dyes hair, and we had talked to her about it, laughingly saying we wanted to do this, and she's like, "Oh, I'll do it for you." So we went over and spent about 4 hours. And
4.
No, 6. It was 6. 6 hours.
This whole friggin' day.
Yeah. Started at about 4 and came home at 10:30.
Takes an awfully long time to bleach this.
I know.
And then all the individual colors and
we had to sleep with it overnight,
oh my
so
God.
we had our heads wrapped up like Aunt Jemima.
We had to drive home with dye in our hair.
Yeah.
Mary Beth said I look like a Rastafari who had her throat slit.
She had pink going
I had
right
a pink
across.
stripe going across my throat. And
She was the zombie llama in real life.
living life,
Yep.
you know?
You only live once, right? So, and as I said, go big or go home.
We still have to see our mother.
I know, I haven't shown her yet. This is going to be interesting.
We're going to have dinner with her this week, and it should be interesting because she has no clue
Absolutely none.
when she sees us for the first time. But I think I'll let her see Mary Beth first. I'll be tame in comparison.
I know. But I was thinking maybe we sent her a text message and just say, just to give you a heads up, I've dyed my hair a little bit. So she doesn't expect me coming in.
It's going to go either two ways. She's going to tell us she hates it,
or she's just going to
love
love
it.
it.
Like, I want to do it.
And she'll want to do it herself. So probably the second.
Yeah.
We have an adventurous mother.
Yeah. She'll never actually do it,
But she'll love the idea of it. So, we dyed our hair. Decided to shake things up a little bit. But,
yeah.
Okay.
So we were supposed to do this episode last week.
Last Sunday.
We were going to do a whole Rhinebeck episode, recap Rhinebeck and everything. I lost my voice. This is the best I have sounded in 2 weeks.
She's been fighting this for 2 weeks.
She's
still
kick this damn thing. I've decided I might have pneumonia. We're going to work with it.
Okay. Maybe we don't.
I really don't think I have pneumonia. Then we recorded an entire episode and decided we hated it.
It was terrible. It was really bad.
And then we tried to record again and decided we just weren't feeling it.
And besides, we were so tired. The bags under our eyes
terrible.
were like unbelievable.
You think we look bad now? You should have seen
You
this.
should have seen us Saturday night.
We apologize for Spike. He every so often, he's like a broken record. You gotta nudge him to skip the.
As you can see, we are lone larching it and doing it in the backyard. So here comes Spike now. You'll see. And
here comes
Drew,
tail.
You can see the dogs in the background. It's a beautiful day.
Beautiful
Slightly
fall
overcast, but perfect coolness.
Yeah.
It's absolutely beautiful. So we went to Rhinebeck. That was our big thing.
Yeah.
We went to Rhinebeck, and we had such a good time. Everybody who talks about going to Rhinebeck and, it's just the best thing, it is.
It is.
It really, really is. We had people coming up. Neither of us got our Rhinebeck sweaters done in time, so Rhinebeck 2017, here we go. But we had sweaters that we had made before, so we wore those, and we had people coming up and complimenting us on them. We had some lady come. She had said something nice to Helen, and we were giving
my sweater.
We were giving away swag. We gave away little triangular coin purses that also work really well as
stitch markers
for a place for your stitch markers and stitch counters in your knitting bag. And we filled them with Tootsie Rolls and Hershey Kisses because we thought if we were standing in line, you might get a little peckish, so you'd have something to snack on. So Helen, this lady came up and
she said she loved my sweater and that it was made even better by the fact that it was red. And so I gave her a coin purse, and she just kind of looked at me, and I said, well, today's the day. If you say something nice to me, I give you a present.
Yeah.
So, and that was it. And then we left that barn, and we were heading to the next one, and all of a sudden somebody's tapping us on the shoulder, and it was the woman. And she said, do you mind if I take your picture? I want to take a picture of your sweaters and to show a picture when I get back to work on Tuesday of the two people who gave me a present.
And she wanted to show her coworkers, why you go to Rhinebeck, because you see these great sweaters and the people are so nice, which was so nice of her, so sweet. So, we let her take our picture, and then she said that she had to get back because she had the only form of payment, because evidently she's a vendor, and she took the only phone that has the square payment on it. So if anybody wanted to pay with a credit card, they couldn't. So we had to let her go. But it was really nice talking to her. I mean, we did get about 5 minutes talking to her, and fascinating lady.
Yeah.
So we met the most interesting people.
Oh my God.
I mean, really, really interesting people. There's a lady who designs knitwear that we were talking to. She makes skirts and things, and just really,
she was
really
wearing
great.
the most gorgeous knit skirt.
Yeah, really beautiful. It was wonderful.
Yeah.
It was a bit of a drive for us, about 2 hours, so not terrible. And
my only complaint was that we didn't get to do the whole weekend.
I know. Next year, we started off watching people on Instagram talking about their house parties that they were having, and we were so jealous.
Yeah.
So jealous. So next year, I think we're going to try and rent a house and do the whole weekend, because there's the Friday night Indie Dyer thing, and then
the Indie Shindig.
Evidently, we missed leaping llamas, which we didn't even know existed.
I mean, there was a whole show of leaping llamas.
Yeah.
And so just being able to talk to people, because we were trying to cram so much into one day.
Right.
That
and besides, by the time we were done, we were, toast. Absolutely toast. By the time I got back to the car, I was really hobbled, and I was taking off my boots.
It is a testament that we did not walk to the car barefoot.
Yes.
So, and we were wearing comfortable shoes. It was just
long day.
It was a long day. And when we did the podcaster meetup, you're standing on a hill, so you're standing like this.
Do you know what I was thinking the other day? We probably should have turned around and faced the other way, so they was going back on our heels. Nice 25.
The things you learn for the next time you go to Rhinebeck.
So,
stand on the hill the other way.
Right. So we are definitely, or sit down. Sit down and let people come to you.
Yeah, there you go. Because, we're that popular.
Yeah.
You come to me, Eric.
We met Eric from Sticks with Twine. I see people who had all their pictures that they took with people.
We took one picture.
We took a picture with Sue from
the I took a lot of pictures of animals.
I know, we have so many pictures of animals and none of podcasters.
And we met Sue from Knit 24 and Chelsea.
And Connie from Chili Knits. And we didn't meet her mom, unfortunately.
Her mom was always in the background.
Right. But we met the Periscoping Sisters
and Amy,
from the Periscoping Sisters.
So we got a picture there. But
and what else? We met Gabby from Gabagales and Adrian from Freakish Lemon.
Right.
And one of the Get Lit and Knit girls.
Right.
I'm not sure which one.
We met Amy Beth from the Fat Girl Speaks.
Right.
Eric. And sort of a knitter.
Sort of a knitter, right. And there was somebody who was talking to them. And he was saying, and we said, do you have a podcast? And he said, no, I have a full-time job. And we said, okay. Turns out he's one of the
premier designers in knitwear.
And he was signing books.
I've forgotten his name already, but we were watching the Yarn Hoarder podcast, and she had a picture of herself she bought a book of his patterns with him. And I'm like, isn't that the guy that's not a podcaster?
Because he's got a full-time job, yeah.
And he's probably telling us his name. We're like, oh, okay.
Right.
Yeah, we're real cool knitters. We know everybody.
We're so clueless. That's another thing, though, because next year I want to go and look at the books and the patterns and see the
I think that's
people
part
that are
of it is
there.
that you go for Saturday to kind of get a lay of the land, meet people, talk to people, and then Sunday is your
shopping.
You're
day.
going and you're shopping.
So that's the plan for next year. So we are going back because
Traffic.
traffic.
It was honestly the best day.
My feet were hurting. Everything. One of the best days of my life. I had such a good time and met so many really, really great people. Really, really nice people. We also had a couple of people come up and say hello to us, which was so nice. There was Stephanie, who is a detective with the New York City Police Department, and she gave us a badge, progress keeper.
Hey, Stephanie.
Hi, Stephanie.
Hi, Stephanie's mom.
Yeah, right. Stephanie's mom was there. I am going to take that and put it on one of my bracelets because I love wearing my bracelets, and I'm going to have her badge. That's part of it.
It was such great swag because it was so personal, and you're going to look at it and always know that Stephanie gave it to you.
At Rhinebeck.
Right.
And we met Penny. And she came up and said hello to us, and
we met Barbara from Flame and Fiber podcast. We actually spent quite a bit of time with her shopping.
Right.
So that was fun.
That was a really nice part of the day. So yeah, no, it was really, really nice. And there were a couple others, and I'm so sorry I've forgotten. Everything got very jumbled after a while.
Especially after a week. It's
yeah, no, we have to start writing things down. Okay.
Sorry about that. The computer is acting up.
Slight delay because the computer just decided to stop in the middle, but I think we're okay. So, shall we get on to knitting?
I think so.
We are going to show what we bought at Rhinebeck during our acquisitions section, but we thought we'd show you what we've been working on. So we're going to do a quick thing there.
No FOs, right?
No, I have a hoe.
Okay.
Do you want to go first, since you have 3 and I only have 2?
I have 4.
You have 4. Okay, so go.
No, I have 3.
Eeny, meeny, miny. Okay.
These are my time traveler socks. Or my Doctor Who socks. And really, there's nothing terribly exciting. Because this is where we were last time. And I've dropped my heel, turned my heel, and I am working on my gusset. So, this is the Doctor Who colorway from the Yarn Therapist. The lovely sisters from Three Sisters Knit, Margaret and Sheila, gifted us when they came down.
Hi, ladies.
And it is absolutely lovely, squishy sock yarn. These are going to be the warmest socks.
Yes.
I love the colors are tonal. I just love everything about these socks.
They're great. They really are.
You'd think I'd knit on them though.
Yeah, no, they're beautiful. I have to find mine under my pile. I'm doing the same socks because we each got a ball. This is where I was last time. And I have finished one sock.
Look at the non-sock knitter.
I know, check me out. So I have finished one sock and I have just turned the heel on my second sock. So I am motoring right along on these. I love the fact that you have some sections that are short stripes and some sections that are longer stripes.
It's just really cool socks.
It is, and you never know because I'm doing it. Well, this one I did from the inside, so I had no idea of what was coming next.
I also love your yellow
going around.
heel turn.
I know.
I just think that's so cool.
So this one I'm doing from the outside, and it's a little bit different, but that's okay because it's really cool. Oh, wow, it really matches my hair. All the colors.
We are now to the stage where when I pull things out of my closet, is it going to clash with my hair?
But yeah, no, I'm loving these socks. I really am. I just finished picking up the sides, and I think I've done one row into the gusset and then into my foot. But really loving them. Can't wait to get these finished so I can wear them. Really, cool. really love them.
Are you to the point where you can do the heel now without thinking?
No.
Without
I had to go and
I can't
look
do
at
this yet. I can do the drop
Yeah.
because I know the 4 rows there. I still have to look up the.
This is the only.
You wouldn't think that the turn would be the one that I have to look up, but
This is the first one I did with the Eye of Partridge heel. So
you
this
haven't
is
been
only
doing
my
Hermione's,
second
right? Okay.
sock that I've done with the Eye of Partridge heel. So I am still very new to that. So, but by the time I'm done, I'm still going to have a lot left.
Yeah, it was a big ball.
Yeah, so I'm not sure what I'm going to do. I'm going to do something with it. I'm not sure yet. But yes, so one done, one down, and one about 2/3 of the way done.
Yeah.
Before you know it, I will have a full pair of socks. I'm very excited. So that's fine. Sweaters.
Rhinebeck 2017.
As we said, we didn't finish them for this year, but next year, knock wood, they will be done.
This is my coastal pullover by Hannah Fettig.
And it's really too bad she didn't get it done because we saw pictures.
Everybody was wearing a coastal pullover.
There were a lot of people wearing coastal pullovers.
So this is my progress keeper. Sorry.
Your needle is going to poke me in the eye.
I have needles everywhere because I have my sleeves. I've separated the sleeves. Anyway. There you can see the progress keeper. So that's how much I've done since the last time I showed it. I have separated the sleeves.
So you want to tell them what yarn it is?
It is Knit Picks something.
Wool of the Andes tweed.
Wool of the Andes tweed.
Right. And yours is barn door.
Didn't transfer my thing. It's Wool of the Andes tweed, and it's
I'm pretty sure yours is barn door.
I love the color.
Yes.
I love the tweed of it. And I'm out of yarn.
We have to place an order.
Yeah. So it looks like a sweater.
Yes.
Which is cool.
It's definitely looking sweaterish.
And I love knitting top-down sweaters.
Yeah. Really fun.
So.
Because mine is the same
with
thing.
The raglan and everything. I'm loving knitting it. It's I just ran out of yarn yesterday.
So did I, but I have 2 more skeins at the store. It's just they're 50-gram skeins, so they don't last terribly long.
If 50 grams of worsted goes by in a flash.
Mine is the Irish coffee sweater by you would think
Baby Cocktails?
Baby Cocktails, that's it. Irish coffee sweater by Baby Cocktails.
God, you can really see the colors out here.
I know. Inside it looks almost black, but out here you can really see the blue. It's called Midnight Heather, and it is on the Wool of the Andes from Knit Picks. It has a 38-stitch repeat cabling section in the middle, in the front, and then in the back, and then the rest of it is straight stockinette stitch. I had my sleeves on the circular needles, and they're short sleeves, so I figured, you know what, I'm just going to knit these up, take a ball and just knit them up because I'm tired of tangling up the needles that I had them on, the circular needles that I had them on, so I just knit them up. So both the sleeves are done, and I have about a handspan worth of left to go on the bottom to bring it down to my hips. So
it's gorgeous.
This is where I was before, and this is how far I've come, plus I threw in the sleeves. So
can you see that?
You can't really see that. Well, you can see that. Yes.
There you go.
Okay, there is blue and green in here. It's a dark blue, and I've said before the reason I said...
It's almost a shimmer.
Yeah, the reason I chose this color was because I have bright scarves, and I wanted to have something that would offset the scarves. So I thought this would be really, really pretty. And it looked almost black in the picture. I absolutely adore that it's more like a dark blue with mermaidy blues and greens in it. It's really, really pretty. So I'm really excited about this. I've been working on this a lot. And once it's knit in the round, so once you get down here, it's just, there's a 38 stitch grouping where you have to do a pattern, but then it's just knitting straight, and it's a piece of cake. So I like it very, very much. I'm really kind of tempted to try it on, except it's on a...
You're on a way too short a cable.
Yeah, I'm on like a 32-inch cable.
You'd have to put it on waist yarn or something.
So, and putting it on waist yarn and then taking it off waist yarn is just no, thank you.
Yeah,
I will wait.
You're so close.
Yeah, so I'll just keep going and finish it up. But yeah, no, I love it. I really do love it a lot. So very happy with this. And I'll have to measure how much I get per skein to see if I need to order more when we order yours. But it's coming along, and I should be done it hopefully within the next week or so that hopefully in the next podcast I'll be able to wear it.
You're so optimistic.
But there we go. Okay, so that's me.
So I started a shawl because I got so excited by the stuff we bought for Rhinebeck. I was going to pick projects for all of it, print out the patterns, put them in their project bags, have them ready to go. And so I picked one shawl, and I'm doing the amulet shawl, which is part of the Helen Store's Curious Handmade Secret Shawl Society. So it's a shawl. And instead of choosing yarn that I bought at Rhinebeck, because, that's what I was doing that day, I am using my chili knits. So, this is going to be the main color. And this is what it looks like.
Sorry. Okay, so the main color is going to be all the stocking net up here, right?
Yeah, I'm going to do the stocking knit, and then the lace will be
contrasting color.
In the contrasting color. So there's going to be one lace, more stocking knit, and then a second lace. So,
and it might look something like
there you go.
That.
So the whites will be my contrasting color, which is
pink.
That. Look at that.
Really, really, really. Which again matches my hair.
It's going to be
so
colorful,
pretty.
but it's going to be gorgeous. So this yarn is so light and squishy in the garter stitch. But this is as far as I've gotten. I just love it.
It's really pretty.
And it's so much fun to knit.
I am not a fan of speckled yarns. I'm really not. However, watching this knit up, it's just so pretty. It looks like sprinkles.
It is, yeah. So,
do you know the names?
Yes, I do. So,
that's that. That's that.
So this one is So Fresh. Chili Knits. Connie from Chili Knits does wonderful work. And the pink is Barbie, which is fitting.
So this one is 75-25.
Right.
Superwash merino and nylon.
It's 463 yards. And then this one is 435 yards, but it's 80-10-10 MCN, merino cashmere.
I was scanning this up, squishing it.
Oh,
it's so soft. Really, really soft.
And just the two of them. It's just going to be a really cool shawl.
Yes.
So, this is where I am with that. So I'm going to have to put a progress keeper on.
So what are you doing them on?
Okay. They're now on Chow Goose size 6. I started them on the Knit Pro Zings size 6. Not a fan. Because the join on the Knit Pro Zings has a hiccup to it. So you really got to force it across the join where the needle and the cable join. So really...
For me, this is not going to ever work because... I knit so much tighter
and I'm
than you
so
do.
loose. It's just, and it goes so much faster on the Chow Goose. So
we really like Chow Goose.
And yes, I still like my Chow Goose best.
We have not tried Addie's yet.
No, and I like the High Highs. I'm using the High Highs on a pair of socks.
Yeah.
I don't mind them. They're good, and their cable is looser than the Chow Goose. I know a lot of people complain about the Chow Goose cable being stiff for Magic Loop, but I have no problem.
Yeah. So. Yeah, we really like them. So that's
but again, I haven't tried Addie's, but the Addie's are about twice the Chow Goose. So.
Okay. All right. I think that's pretty much all our knitting that we're doing right now, right?
Yeah.
We are still working on our Mrs. Weasley sweaters, and but we just haven't really done enough to make it worthwhile to show them yet. So.
Yeah, I figured once I get to a band or something.
Right. Okay.
I hope this isn't shaking too much. I'm watching the computer shake in the wind, so hopefully we're not making you all seasick.
Yeah, it's not us. We're not banging the table. It's the wind. Okay. Shall we go on to acquisitions?
Yeah.
All right. You
Do
would
we have
think.
him?
Yes, we do. He's buried. You would think that he'd be much worse since it was Rhinebeck, but the wool pig, he does have a little bit of stuff on. He's not a full-on knitted suit yet because we're not that bad.
We were slightly restrained.
We were, but we had. We did get some things.
Yeah,
we did get some things. I'm going to start with the one that I got before we even went. Gabby from Once Upon a Corgi put up an update the week before, and I sent her a message over Instagram and asked her if she could bring a skein to Rhinebeck and I could just purchase it there. And she said, sure. So I got, this is her Rhinebeck 2016 colorway.
Is it called just Rhinebeck?
Rhinebeck 2016. In the description, I think it said that it reminded her of the drive to Rhinebeck. So the blue sky and all the different colors of fall. It's beautiful.
It really is.
You can see some there.
Make it pretty strong.
Yeah, or a pair of socks. I don't know. It's on her penny base, which is 80-10-10, 80 super merino, 10 cashmere, 10 nylon, 100 grams, 435 yards. So I know it's really, really pretty. So I'm not sure exactly what I'm doing with this yet, but I love it. I really do. It will be something. So that was my first purchase.
This is the one that's different from yours. Excuse me. This is from Morning Moon Alpacas, and I bought it because I've never knit with alpaca, so I wanted to try it. It was very reasonable for alpaca yarn. It's 60% alpaca, 15% merino, and 15% silk.
It is luscious.
Most glorious soft, and it's got blues. I'm looking at my stack, and I have a blue thing going.
You do. And I have a fall thing going.
So I just love
It's
this.
got purples and greens
and
and
it's
creams. Oh, it's so pretty.
3.5 ounces, 450 yards.
Do you have anything in mind for it yet?
I don't know. It's definitely not going to be socks. It's just way too luscious to put in a pair of shoes. So
Something.
probably a shawl or maybe a cowl.
Maybe.
Close up on my. Maybe I'll just wear it on my neck.
Okay. It's beautiful.
Yeah.
It's really beautiful. Make it into something that we can wear because the blues will accent my eyes very nicely. Which you can't really see because I'm squinting. I apologize. Okay. We both purchased from this is Rose Spring Farms. This is their Neely colorway. It is 100% superwash merino, 4 ounces, 550 to 575 yards. What we realized is that we bought bigger skeins this time. They're kind of large, but I am in love with this yarn.
So pretty.
I am really in love with this yarn. It is so gorgeous and so my colors. I love the colors of fall. And I actually know what I'm doing with this. There is a shawl that is called Beyond Labor Day by OC Knitiot Designs that I printed out and forgot to bring. But I am doing this. It's got 3 different sections in it. So that is going to be the main color. And then there's a little bit of lace that comes next, and I'm going to do that as a real pop of color, and then I'm going to wind up.
That's so peach. This is bright safety orange.
Yeah. And then I am going to wind up with this as the last bit of lace.
Oh, so gorgeous.
So it's going to be those 3 together. This one is
this one's
Cascade Yarns, 100% Pima cotton. But it's very, very thin, so it will fit in with the
cotton.
fingering. And then this is Marinated Yarns, and I'm not 100% sure of the colorway, but that is going to be my colors. Those 3 are going to be my colors for the Beyond Labor Day shawl. So I'm going to...
pretty. You better get started.
Yeah, going to get started on that. I'm going to put this in the bag.
That's fine.
That's your next one to go. Okay, sorry. I thought you were... That was the one you did already. Okay, go ahead. You can put that one in the bag. Okay.
So mine from Rose Spring Farms is the Tiana colorway. And again with the blue. And it's just got a shot of autumn at the bottom. 560 yards, so it's a nice big fat skein.
To me, this is like a pond.
Yeah.
With the blues and the greens and a little bit. And then here's the toad, because, we're the crafty toads. Here's the toad sitting on the log. Or the lily pad. It is so pretty.
Again, probably a shawl. Maybe another one of, since, we're so far behind on the Curious Handmade Secret Shawl Society. Maybe one of hers. I'm not quite sure what I'm going to do with it. But with 560 yards, I can get a nice size shawl out of it.
And it's squishy yarn, too.
Yeah, it is. It's 100% merino. It's got a nice twist. Whether you can see, I think you can kind of see. It's got a nice, well-defined twist to it. So
really pretty, yeah.
So, love it.
Really, really luscious. And we also bought from Persimmon Tree Farms. The name of their yarn is their Piggy Toes Superwash, so we had to get it because we love the name of it. Mine is PT617, again, approximately 4 ounces and 560 yards. 100% Superwash Merino, and those are my colors. This is just like a giant lollipop. Remember those great big lollipops that you used to get all the different colors? It reminds me very much of that. So, I am going to do probably another shawl in this. I'm not sure. Maybe hats and mitts. I'm not 100% sure. But I do love it.
We're going to need mitts soon.
Yes. It's getting a little chilly.
Yeah.
But really, really, really beautiful. So that's my second one.
So I got the PT642. This is really a deviation for me because I usually do not go dark colors. Okay. With the sun reflecting on the screen, I'm hoping this is getting the colors because I can't really see. But it's a very dark, like black base. But then there are just all these colors shining through. Just really shimmery and beautiful.
There's greens and pinkish purples and definite purples and blue. It's gorgeous.
Some maroon. Just really, really beautiful. Fat skein, shawl, some sort.
Very squishy. We did find
a rabbit.
Okay. We found a booth that. Do you want to show yours first? Because I took a picture of the sign.
Okay. It's they raise Angora rabbits. So and they had knit samples because it's only like 15% Angora and 85 merino, but you feel the samples so soft.
Oh, so soft.
Just the 15% made all the difference in the world.
Okay,
so this is
it's Oasis Farm Fiber Mill in Otisfield, Maine. So Oasis Farm Fiber Mill is the name of the farm that did it.
It's like a small 50-gram skein, so it'll be an accent somewhere. But I got the green. It's got a nice little halo from the Angora.
Variegated.
Look at
or tonal, really.
You can see the pigeon mafia in the background.
I know. Wait till
sitting under the bird feeder.
They've been landing and taking off.
Randomness.
Look at all the different color greens in there. It's so pretty.
Really, really cool. So, I don't know whether 50 grams, maybe I could get a set of mitts out of it. If I could do that, maybe that's what I'll do.
Do the dragon scales.
I don't think I can do that on 50 grams.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Plus I have something else for dragon scales.
Okay. I got gray with the thought that it's going to be the base and then I'm going to have bright colors coming through it. However, I think I may have to get back in touch with them and see if I can get another skein because every time I find something that I think is going to work, it calls for at least 100 grams of the gray. So that I know I could, expand the other colors, but the whole point is I want the gray to be the base and then shots of color going through
The
it.
biggest problem with that is all you can do is send them. They didn't have tags on.
Right.
We didn't even think about it. There's no tag. There's no colorway. Nothing. Just take a picture of the yarn.
I guess, yeah. I
So
love the gray. Absolutely love the gray. It was, but it was one of those things where I really wish we had thought a little bit more and had
it
an
was
idea
one of our
what we're
first
doing.
purchases, so it was just like, oh yeah, let's get it.
Yeah, no,
And it
it's-
was just random. Let's just get it. No
well,
process.
the whole thing was we wanted to get it because it's rabbit. We haven't done anything with Angora.
Right.
So, we wanted to knit with something different. The whole point was getting things that we don't normally work with. So, this is, it's beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. So, maybe what I'll do is I'll do a bright color as the base and do this as the shots through.
There you go.
And that's what I'll do.
Yeah.
Because, I could do that with this.
Actually, if you did the one I'm doing, the amulet, this will be perfect for your lace.
Think that's going to be enough there?
Oh yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
The 2 strips of lace, you think it'll be enough?
Yeah.
Okay. I can try it and see. Do this as the main and then
Yeah.
have that going through. Be pretty.
I'm ready.
Yeah. So, or, no, that's yours. Never mind. I won't do that. Okay. So,
Which
yes.
one?
The bluish gray one
Oh, okay.
would be very pretty with that.
Lily.
Yes. Yes.
I think this was our first purchase, and it is Lily's Rainbow Yarns. It's 90% merino, 10% nylon. It's a worsted weight, 100 grams, 166 yards. I'm going to make a hat out of this.
Hat and mitts.
It's all pinks and mauves and creams and a little bit of lilac, a little bit of gray. Just really
Did you get sparkle?
my color. It's called sparkles, but I don't see any sparkle in it.
I thought I had sparkle. Maybe not.
I think it's just called sparkles,
Mine is rainbow. Mine is just a riot of rainbow colors.
but a pastel-y rainbow.
Yes. But
It's what your hair should have been.
this is beautiful. Absolutely beautiful.
Story behind this, because we brought it up, we didn't realize when we bought it, we just loved it. We brought it up to the register, and she said, the woman said, "Oh, I think this is Lily's first skein. We'll have to let her know." And it turns out that it's their daughter, who is 12,
11 or 12.
11 or 12, and she dyes yarn. And her parents bring it with them when they do the shows. And each day, at the end of the day, they send her a text message or whatever and let her know how many skeins she sold, because she gets to keep the proceeds. So I think it's kind of cool.
I think it's very cool, and she did a really nice job with that too.
She does a beautiful job.
Yeah, no, it's a beautiful skein of wool.
And I can't wait to make a hat out.
It's squishy, thick.
Yeah.
What do we think this is? DK?
No, I'm worsted.
Worsted?
I think
So,
worsted.
But it's 90% merino, 10% nylon. So nice thick.
It'll
comfy
wear
hat.
well. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's gonna definitely be a hat and mitts.
Yeah.
Sure. Okay. We one of the places that we went to when we came up, we stopped on Friday night in Montclair and left the dogs with my mom, and then drove up Saturday. And we wanted to say thank you to her, so we were looking for something to get her. And she is a knitter, but she likes to choose her own yarn. So we decided we'd stay away from yarn. And then we found this place that had pins, pewter pins and pewter necklaces that we really loved. The name of the place is the Ram's Horn. And their website is the ramshornstudio.com. We got her a pin. I can't show you because we gave it to her. It's a corgi with a fairy riding on his back. It is the most beautiful pin.
Yeah.
Really, really nice. Very simple, but very, very nice. So, Gabby and Adrian, I know you guys love your corgis. If you are watching this, ramshornstudio.com. Check out their pins because the corgis, they obviously have corgis. They know the corgi shape. So we got my mom the pin because she wears a load-in coat, so it's perfect for the load-in coat or for one of her suits. And they also had these necklaces, and I really loved the sheep on the necklace. It was on a simple cord. So I said, I'm just going to take the sheep, not the necklace. And she only charged me half price for it because I wasn't getting the cording.
At which point I said, oh, okay. Well, then we're getting the donkey too.
Yep. So we are going to put these guys on our shelf. We have a shelf that has, oh, that's good. We have a shelf that has a pair of sheep that we got when we were in England. And every time we look at them, we're like, oh, those are the sheep from England. And I remember exactly where we were when we got them. So these guys are going to go on the shelf with our sheep from England. And they're just going to be a reminder of our day at Rhinebeck because it was so cool. And I saw him. Didn't see him, but I did see him. So really loved him. And one other place that we went to that wasn't yarn was the sheepdog rescue booth. They had toys and dishes and things that you could get for your dogs. And since, as you can tell, our dogs are part of our family, we did look at them. However, they were things that you could get anywhere. But they did have stuffed sheepdogs. The border collies. So I bought one. And each of them had a name on it. And I'm like, okay, I'll take Roosevelt because I like the name Roosevelt.
And you're adopting a dog. Essentially, you're donating to.
Right. So Roosevelt, each dog has his own story. Roosevelt was adopted and his front legs didn't work at all. When they adopted him, they were stunted and they didn't work. So they had him set up with one of the rolling carts that he could lean on the front and then use his back legs to propel himself. And he took off. He absolutely loved it. He's been adopted by his forever home, and his new owner has also fitted out the cart with skis so that he can go skiing if he wants. And they said that they went to visit and realized that he was getting very thin because nobody thought that they needed to up his food. But now that he was doing all this exercise, running and playing and everything, he wasn't getting enough energy, enough food, so that they had to readjust his food. But he's doing really, really well. And just enjoying life, running, skiing, doing all the cool things that dogs do. So, as I'm sure is the plan, they had a jar at the front, and I dropped a couple more dollars in there to, help Roosevelt because, he's got a story that goes with him. So I love him. I absolutely love him. He also is going to sit on our shelf and remind me of Rhinebeck because very, very cool. And then the last place we went to...
we drank the Kool-Aid.
We drank the Kool-Aid. Everybody talks about Miss Babs and how you had to stand in line for hours to get Miss Babs yarn. And when we went by at about 2 o'clock on Saturday, the line wasn't terrible. There were people inside the booth. But Helen's got really long arms, so we just made her reach over people. And
really, we went with the intention just to feel it and see it, to see what all the fuss is about. I've never knit with Miss Babs.
But everybody raves about it, so... We liked it so much.
We both grabbed, I grabbed both skeins because Bev was like, go for that. I'm like, but I want that. So.
Love it.
So we got it's the Babette. It is the Yowza skein because it is 100% superwash merino and it's 560 luscious. This is worth it.
Wow. Man, 3 of these we could make a sweater.
Yeah.
That's huge. So,
anyway,
all told, picking out the yarn, standing in line, paying for it.
Maybe 20 minutes?
Under 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Under 20 minutes.
They ran the line so well. Miss Babs herself was heading up the line. I mean, she was running the line.
She was the martinet that was directing everything.
She had 2 registers open, and, people were going up. She was like, nope, you get in the line back there. And then, you go here, you go there.
But everybody was really, really nice. And I can't wait. So I have picked out the Water's Edge shawl by Mary Triplet for this.
Which is perfect.
And it looks like seashells and things like that and wave riplets. So I am going to be making that.
God, this is just going to be the warmest, squishiest.
Yes. Because whereas it's a worsted, it's not heavy.
No, it's just
light. But yeah, it's just really...
Drank the Kool-Aid.
Can't wait to see what it turns into. Love the colors. Really love the colors.
Can't wait to knit with it.
Yes, really gorgeous. So And I believe that is it from
I think
Rhinebeck.
that is the Rhinebeck haul.
That is the Rhinebeck haul. However, we did get 2 packages in the mail. Do you want to do yours first?
Sure. I did a book swap with Musing Runner from Home Time Reading and Knitting podcast. We did a book swap through the Book of Stitcher.
Hi, Dogster.
I'm
I'm using Runner. By the way, we watched your podcast last night. And anytime you want to do an open Google thing, just let us know because we are in.
You guys just have to do the technical stuff.
Yeah, and just let us know when.
Yeah.
We'll work our schedule around it. But yeah, no, we definitely will get together and talk.
It's knitting and reading and crafty stuff. But anyway, long story short, she, when she sent my package, she hadn't finished part of it. So she made me a Halloween bookmark. What it's called. She spent a lot of time making this bookmark for me.
And the details.
It is absolutely beautiful. The witch is reading her books. She's got ghost spells. But the thing that kills me is the orange book is zombie llamas because of my zombie llama cowl. So very lovely,
totally
personal
awesome
touch.
Totally awesome.
And so much work went into it, and I love it. So thank you very much, Musing Runner.
It is going into her book.
It is going into my book. I'm actually reading the book that you sent me, so it will go in there.
Cool.
And she sent my vestige markers.
Yes, she did, which I have taken out and I am using. So I can't even show them to you, but they're beautiful. They have feathers. They're really, really cool. Thank you so much, really. And then we did a swap with Tale of Two Knitters with Jenny and Dina from Tale of Two Knitters, which if you're not watching, you should watch because they're cool. Very awesome. They're from Canada. And they had mentioned that they wanted to do a mini swap. So we got in touch with them and said, sure, we'd love to do a mini swap. And they sent us each 5 minis. They had them set up so perfectly, which we showed on Friday in
the Terrible podcast.
Then I totally got rid of the part of it. And now that, okay, so they sent us, they were on lollipop sticks. So they look like lollipops, but we thought we were done. So we took them out.
Was perfect in it. I took them out so I could throw them in my Mrs. Weasley sweater bag. But.
Right. And then we had to go digging through our mini bag to find them again because we're like, nope, we're redoing it. Anyway, they were each on popsicle sticks, so they look like lollipops. They're so cute.
Such a great
really, really cute. Yeah. And they sent us this beautiful card that had little bits of the yarn tied to it, so you know which, and then it's labeled that way. It was really, really nicely done. I'm so sorry for ours.
It's such a shame that ours was such a terrible
Yes.
podcast because it really looked beautiful. When
And also the package that we sent in return, we didn't label anything.
we have to get better at that when we finish stuff. We just gotta label the minis.
I have no idea what they are.
I have no idea.
So anyway, thank you so much,
and quite
guys.
a few of them. Dina dyed herself, and you got some that Jenny dyed herself.
I got some that Jenny
fun.
dyed. Yeah, no, and I think I have turtle pearl yarns, and I know I have a yarn enabler in here. So yeah, no, very, very cool.
Very cool, guys.
Thank you very, very much. And they sent treats too. Which
some great teas, which I'm going to try because I drink tea now.
Yeah, Helen drinks tea now. All of a sudden, she gets sick and she decides she wants to drink tea. I tried
Somebody
it.
said with my voice going that I should drink lots of tea with honey, and I'm like, all right, I have all these teas, I'll try it.
Right.
And it's not bad. It doesn't taste like Lipton tea at all.
To me, it tastes like dirty water. I have tried. I've tried. I really
it's not
tried.
Dirty water. It
But
just
it
tastes
tastes
like
like
hot water with a little
dirt in it.
It's terrible.
Yeah, it's just not my thing at all. But people have sent us hot chocolate, and that I like. Really like hot chocolate. I've been drinking hot chocolate. So I said to Helen, we have to go get hot chocolate, and none of this, Swiss Miss or Hershey's garbage. I want the gourmet ones that people send us because they're so good. But anyway, Jenny and Dina, not only did they send us teas, they sent us one particular tea that we're supposed to drink cold.
With ginger ale.
With ginger ale. They put ginger ale in it, so we're going to try that. But also, they're from Canada. They sent coffee.
And we haven't eaten them yet.
I love coffee crisp.
I couldn't
Margaret
believe it.
and Sheila, I totally blame you.
It's all
This
your
is
fault.
all your fault. You brought us coffee crisp. Oh my God, I love these things so much. I have not opened these. Helen wanted to open them. I'm like, no, we have to wait for the podcast. And then we didn't podcast, and we didn't podcast, and we didn't podcast. And finally, we get to look forward to. They're coming up.
Yes.
All right. We do have a couple of very quick things to mention that we probably should have done at the beginning. We have a Ravelry group called the Crafty Toads. And
It's a group, not a group.
A group. And it is, we did a Christmas swap. And for everybody who joined, we have matched you up with your partners. If you haven't heard from your partners, or if you haven't heard from us, we earburned you on Ravelry. We did not send messages. We just earburned everybody on Ravelry. If you didn't get it, please check the thread to see who your partner is. And then hopefully you will be getting in touch with them and putting together your packages. We're suggesting that you send it out the 3rd or 4th week in November so that people can get it.
By like American Thanksgiving, so
Right.
that people get it in time for the holidays. So anybody who has international partners, it gives it plenty of time
to get there. We gave a couple of quick suggestions if you want to just go check them out, but talk to your partners and you guys can decide exactly what you want to do.
It's totally up to between the two of you as to how big, how small,
Right.
whatever you want to
We
do.
have no rules. And then our other thing that we wanted to mention, and when we did this before, we did the kits. We had put them up. They are not the Halloween kits, the next set of kits where we had Starlight and Fall Spice.
They're bag and yarn kits.
That we did in conjunction with Christina from Chelsea Yarns and Knitter Gems. Donna from Knitter Gems provided the Progress Keepers. We have sent out the first round, so everybody should be getting them. Actually, they should have gotten them because we sent them out last weekend, right? No,
it's only
this
Monday.
weekend.
It's only Monday, yeah.
This weekend. We just sent them out. Never mind. Hopefully you will be getting them soon. And then if you would like to purchase them, if you haven't gotten them yet because you were saving your money for Rhinebeck or whatever, they will only be on sale through November 1st. And then we are taking them down and moving on to our next adventure. So made it possible that if you wanted to, you could get more than one skein of yarn. So if you know you want to do a shawl or something that takes 2 skeins or 3 skeins, you have the option of purchasing more than 1 skein per bag. So that is important that we had to get done. And talking about one of our next adventures, we have started dyeing yarn.
It's not just all about the hair.
Yeah, we started dyeing yarn. We did, Helen's been talking about, well, okay, so we think it was Cheryl who left a comment
Right.
at the very beginning. She said, would you ever consider dyeing yarn and selling it in your shop? And we said, absolutely not. Whoever dyes yarn, it's magic, and we're leaving it to them. We're going to knit. And then, as we're working with more and more yarn, we're thinking, wow, okay. And Helen more so than me. She's thinking, I really want to know how they do this, and I want to see if I can do this, see if I can make the colors that I have in my head come out in the yarn. And she said it to me, and I said, yeah, okay, whatever. You go ahead and do that, and I'll make the project bags to go with the yarn. And then she started getting ready to dye the yarn. And
I knew I would sneak you in.
of course, I decided to do it with her. So we did our first batch in using the pot method, boiling them in a pot. And what we did was we took 2 pictures, and we each took 2 skeins of yarn and had our idea of what we wanted to do with the pictures.
Because we have to.
What we're talking about. Here, I'm going to just reach over here and get this out of your way so you can put them there. Okay? And then. Okay, so I saw this picture like 4 years ago and fell in love with it because this is basically what I want to be when I grow up.
We are gypsies.
Yes. I just don't travel in something nearly as nice. Anyway, we took this picture.
We get the vomit mobile. What we really want is this.
We took this picture, sat down, looked at it carefully, picked out the colors, went to Dharma Trading. I only think Dharma Initiative. And matched the colors as closely as we could and ordered them to go with this.
With the intention that we would each take a skein of yarn and dye it to what we thought this picture would look
right.
like.
So our first try was in the pots. And Whereas it did not come out exactly as I had in my mind.
Can
And
come
I
out
was really disappointed
anything.
when I first did it. The more I looked at it, the more I really, really love this yarn. This is my first attempt at Gypsy Caravan. So what I did was I took reds and greens and the turquoise and a saffron color and kind of tried to do different sections of it. And I was upset because the green didn't come out the way it was supposed to, but it actually looks like a worn Gypsy Caravan when you think about it. And I really, really love it.
This is mine. Mine was supposed to be much more of the tan like Mary Beth, and again, very definite sections. I adore it. What came out, again, like Mary Beth, I was extremely disappointed when I first looked at it because it wasn't what was in my head. But as it dried, I really, really like it. To me, it is not Gypsy Caravan at all. I am choosing to call this Dragon Scales, and I'm going to make myself...
Is that what you're going to make your dragon?
My Dragon Scale mitts
Oh,
from.
yes. Yes, because it really is. It's dragon scales.
So, I just love... And I have no idea whether I can replicate it. That's going to be our next test.
It's
and
beautiful.
Got the hints of red and everything.
And it's perfect as dragon scales.
Yeah.
You're right.
So, a happy mistake.
So then
and it's just a matter of whether I can replicate said mistake.
Our second try was we did it. We watched Dye Another Day's podcast where they talked about how they dye yarn, and they had everything laid out on a table that was covered with plastic and things like that. So we said, okay, we went and got a shower curtain, put it down over the table, and tried to do it directly onto the yarn. This
our hand painting.
Right,
Yes.
This is our hand painting. So this is how my second skein came out. Anyway, this is my second try at Gypsy Caravan, doing it where I did it directly onto the yarn, hand painting it directly on the yarn. So this, compared to this, is the two forms that we tried. So, slight difference. And the funny thing is, love the colors of this, but I think I like the overall look of this. I'm not sure yet. I have to continue thinking about it.
I love both of mine. My second try is much more what I wanted for the Gypsy Caravan and what I would call Gypsy Caravan.
Right.
This is my second. You just cover your face.
That's okay.
The Gypsy Caravan. I am in love with this color, turquoise.
It's beautiful.
And I just love the way this one, I love this one too, but just two totally different things to me.
Yeah.
Yours, I can see where one begot the other.
Yeah.
I don't necessarily see the same thing here. So.
I love here where the orange and the blue and the green all come in together, and then here where the brown and the green come together. It's just so pretty.
And this green is just, it's a very nice green.
We are learning as we go because we realize that we way over concentrated the dyes.
Right.
So that's another thing that we have to.
It's all a learning curve as we go.
Right.
But I'm really, really very happy with the way this one came out.
And then our second one was a night sky with a gray tile roof and two cats sitting on it with yellow stars in the picture. And this is what I came up with. So, again, it was not what I had planned. However, I really, really love it. I really love it a lot. It's really pretty. I love the way there's dark blue coming through. And here there's some lighter blue and then the yellows. It's just really, really pretty. I'm very pleased with this. Not necessarily something I would come up with on my own. However, the outcome, very, very happy with. When I first saw it, again, disappointed because it wasn't what I had seen in my mind, but I'm learning that that's not necessarily a bad thing.
Right.
You know, sometimes the yarn knows what it's supposed to do, and it does it on its own. So
this is mine. I got a darker gray than I wanted, but again, I'm pleased with the outcome. more of a Starry Night Van Gogh to me than the cat sitting on the roof. But you got some yellows in there. So really, I like this one.
Yes. And then we did 2 more pictures. We had one that was Beauty and the Beast, and we had about 8 different dyes that we picked out for this. And that's another thing.
The lesson on this one is less is more.
Right.
And edit yourself.
Yes.
Because we just went way too many colors.
Well, this is mine. So, the Beast is a lion, and he's got on a doublet, and then the sleeves have gold with darker gold swirled over them. So that's what this was supposed to be, the lion with the gold and then the sleeves, which I love. This, the red was Beauty, and the red and the brown together, I don't mind.
And this red here is, it is not coming up. It looks orange on the screen.
Yeah.
It is a fire engine red.
It's called fire engine red. It is fire engine red. And then this was supposed to be the flowers behind. So I was doing shots of green for the leaves and pink and cayenne red for the different colored flowers. So basically what I have is 3 different skeins that I love individually, all jammed into one, which I do not like that much at all. This I adore. I think this is gorgeous, and I would do an entire skein of this. This, the red, where the brown is coming into it, I would do that as a skein. I think that's beautiful. And this, even though I'm not a huge fan of speckles, I would do that as a skein where it's more of a cream base and then the red and the green and the pink flecked in. I would do that as a separate one. All 3 together, to me,
It's too much.
it's discombobulated and a hot mess. So for me, this one was a fail. I like bits and pieces of it, as I said, but all together, it didn't work. So, as we said, we are learning that maybe you don't take every single color that's in the picture. You pick one section of it and work with that, and then go from there.
You don't have to be quite so literal.
Right.
This is mine. Mine is not a complete fail.
No, I love yours. I absolutely love yours.
What I really like is the entire skein without the green.
See, but I kind of like the green. The green is growing on me. It really is.
Yeah, it does grow on me. It's just that it's kind of like, oh, look, and then green. So I'm very interested to see how this is going to cake up and how it will knit up. And what it's going to look like knit. So I just have to decide what I'm going to knit with it and see what it looks like.
Here, can you bring your, pull it out? So this here, you don't have to pull out the whole thing, sorry. This here, I would do an entire skein of that.
Yeah,
Right, like
the
that.
straw with the brown.
And this, the hint of pink.
Yeah.
I love that. I think that is gorgeous. And then here, over here, like this part here where it's the green and the straw and the brown, I think that is stunning.
And the red and the orange and the straw is just, I mean, of course, is always, I mean, like, see, like this is with the red, the orange, the straw, and the green.
Yeah.
It's beautiful. So I will not over dye this one. I will keep this, cake it up, and see what it turns into.
I think I'm going to cake up this one just to see
Yeah.
what it does. But I don't know.
I gotta hurry because we're running out of battery.
Okay. All right.
We're running out of battery space, so lucky you, we have 10 soon.
Okay. Last one.
Last one, total fail.
Yeah.
Gonna over dye it
This one was a
and
picture
make
of.
it my button band from a Mrs. Weasley sweater.
This was a picture that was supposed to be peaches and green and.
It's like almost like a salmon-y peach.
Yeah.
It was a door in Montmartre, France, and it was a peach door, salmon-y door, with some blue stained glass windows and greenery and branches. So the peach was all wrong, and this was partially the overconcentration of the dye, and we mixed it wrong, so that the dye didn't completely dissolve.
Right.
The dye didn't completely dissolve on the blue, so the blue is blue and green. I hate the colors together. It's
Yeah, here's
total,
mine.
total fail.
And
I'm going to
again,
over dye it the dark brown, I think, and that's going to become the button band and the ribbing on my Mrs. Weasley sweater.
Yeah, it was just, it did not. I had one that was supposed to be speckled, and it came out red, white, and blue, which was not supposed to happen at all. And then the red, white, and blue with the brown is just, bleh. Yeah, no, I don't like this one. This one is going back in, so this one I will over dye, probably again the brown, and I need a basic color for my button band and the ribbon for the Mrs. Weasley, so that's what this will become. So,
and overall, I can't decide which method I like better as far as the results.
I think it's two different looks.
It's two totally different looks. So I think if we continue to do this, which we will, because we both enjoyed it so much, I will do both methods.
Yes, I think definitely.
I think this method is going to be much harder to replicate and will be much more one-of-a-kind skeins, whereas this one we can probably replicate much more easily.
No, it was a very enjoyable time. A lot of prep work goes into it because, of course, you never plan enough time for this. I was
going to say, like everything,
right?
You have about 10% time dying, and 90% prepping and mixing dyes and cleaning up.
Right.
Cleaning up.
But it
buy
was
lots of paper towels.
Yes. We really liked it, though. Really got into it. And it's really interesting to see how the yarn becomes the colors.
And I really want to play more with the colors. I'm really intrigued with the colors and how they work together.
We will be doing this again. We will keep you updated and let you know how it turns out. But, we're just having a lot of fun doing it. It's really cool. So, yes, as Helen said, we are about to run out of batteries. So I think we are going to call it quits. Hopefully this is a good one that we can work with.
Go have a day like Spike's having.
I know.
He's lying in the sun, surveying his kingdom. It is a dog's life.
It's a good life to be. And
there go the pigeons.
Yep.
He's had it with the pigeons. Time for them to leave.
And now Drew is looking for his bone.
Yep.
Because Helen tossed him a bone and Drew's trying to find it. So. Okay. We are going to let you go. Have a wonderful week. Hopefully we will be back before too long.
Yep.
And we'll be able to
get ourselves on more of a schedule.
Yeah, and show you progress on everything. So, Yarn Pig says, go forth and knit.
Have
a great week, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.